Hello, I'm Chris Vaughan. I'm the production director for this tour.
Lights going out.
We started this whole production we started rehearsing it in December of last year at Elstree Film Studios in London. Sarah came up with the original concepts for it. We then got together with Johan Engels, who was the set designer, and him, Patrick Woodruff, the lighting designer, myself, Frank and Anthony Van Last all sat round and brainstormed, and what you will see this evening is the eventual result of that. We started on 5th of January in Mexico City. In the last 2 weeks we've probably done 7 countries, and we played Hong Kong. We toured mainland China, where we were the first international act to tour mainland China with our own production. We then moved from China to Korea through Japan, and then Singapore, Kuala Lumpur. We're now in Taipei. In 2 days' time we go to Australia, where we'll do another week to 10 days in Australia, and then we'll be finished. We'll probably end up sometime round about December, mid-December, pretty much a year after we started back in America. The North American sector alone, we travelled over 30,000 miles. However many cents a gallon it is in the States, you can imagine how much we spend on fuel. We had 8 trucks in America. We had, I think it was 8 buses, so that's 16 large vehicles moving 30,000 miles. We then fortunately moved between America and Europe by sea. It's a big operation. It's a lot of paperwork. We have 52 people with us who are touring, because for every country we go to we have to have not just visas to go there but official work permits. Here in Asia it's been quite challenging because we've had our own aircraft. We've toured with an Antonov 124, which is one of the biggest freighter aircraft in the world. We load our equipment out after the show, we put it into sea containers, and the aircraft actually carries the sea containers intact to the next show, where we put them back onto trucks and roll them into the gig. So we've been able to do fairly heavy schedules, like for example Osaka day off, Singapore day off, Kuala Lumpur day off, Manila, which is pretty tough. Lights are being built on the ground. The stage is being built down there in front of the lights. The instruments are going on just between the stage and the lights. So and the PA's going up. So we've got 4 jobs going on simultaneously. And what will happen is about 1 o'clock, generally after lunch, we push everything together. So the lights will go up in the air, the stage will roll back underneath the lights, the PA will go up, and we should be ready once we've done a bit of finishing off for sound check.
Lost in a sense to find its way. Feelings of sensation, the cry in the dark. Hope is on the horizon, with a reason to stay, and living for a brighter day. Morning dew, the glory has seen it through, like worries over all. I've been coming home again.
One of the interesting themes of it is that we have the audience inside the stage and around, so we're flip-flopping between end-on performance and a performance that's in the round. So at most times the audience are very close to Sarah. There's a great deal of intimacy between the audience and interaction between them and the performance. Sarah always wants everything. If it was up to her, the building would be full of gags. We'd have we've had flames all over the place. She'd be flying from one end of the building to the next, and so on and so forth. Sound. I'll tell you about the sound system that we have on this tour, which is actually quite interesting. We have that very tiny sound system which you see over there. It is, in my opinion, probably one of the best sound systems in the world. It's very small. It's a new generation in audio technology. It sounds superb. It's very light, which has an advantage in that we can hang the right amount of it in almost every building in the world. Colin and Andreas will be able to explain to you all about sound without falling asleep.
Hi, my name is Colin and I control the sound for the concert. I think quite clever because I'm very lazy, have got the show automated, so I don't have to do very much. What the automation does, it allows me to concentrate on Sarah's vocal, so because that is the most important thing. The tube microphone, which she uses for the more classical numbers, is a Neumann, and there's only 2 of them in the world. They're actually given these 2 especially for this tour. And she can produce actually different sounds and timbres herself. And can control like in and out for volume. When she's doing the more operatic numbers, obviously there's a lot coming out, and if there was a microphone sort of stuck directly in front of her, there's no control. She can't control it, and plus the quality is just incredible.
This is technically a line array. Actually, it's really a development of a line array. It's actually a tangent array, is the correct terminology for what this system does. But the way it works is the whole system produces a coherent waveform, which is completely phase coherent. So therefore you get even sound in both volume and tone throughout the venue.
Hello everybody, my name is Andreas. I'm the monitor engineer of Sarah Brightman's Harem tour. Well, basically what I'm doing is providing a mix individual to each musician and Sarah so they can hear what they need to hear for cueing, for playing together and such things. Headphone drivers like this. They look a bit like hearing aids or stuff like that, but they're definitely not. The artist is permanently carrying around the same sound which is provided. It's not related on wedges, so wherever you are, you get the same audition.
The lighting is one of those facets of the concert that people comment on.
Well,
Second to Sarah's performance, obviously.
Well, I mean, the whole thing, but it's complementary. But I have to say that she's absolutely brilliant with light. She won't move until it's the right moment. She's very, I mean, apart from that also that, you know, she completely understands it and will work with what needs to be done and, you know, has no problems in, I mean, even budgetary problems in sort of like saying that this is what she'd like and wanting the best always. But there are moments when, you know, I've decided that for the end of a particular song, I would like to hold her in the light for X number of seconds. And she will not move until she feels the light go off her. It's really satisfying to work with someone who is so conscious of that. It makes it look much